So let's talk about the commonalities between tribal colleges and then some of the ways that tribal colleges set themselves apart from other tribal colleges.
They're tribally chartered, with the exception of the four federal institutions.
Right.
They are chartered by a tribe. They are governed by a board that the majority must be Native American, and they serve predominantly Native students. At least 51% of their student body must be Native American.
So predominantly Native board and 51% Native students.
Yes.
Okay.
And we do find different populations at tribal colleges as well. So we find Caucasian students, African American, Hispanic. We see different populations within tribal colleges, but the majority are Native students. So those are some of the commonalities. The other commonalities I think we've kind of talked about coming from a more tribal or cultural perspective, and fusing that into every piece of the curriculum and how the institution is run. So you'll find often that they're coming from a very tribal perspective, whatever tribe they may be representing in the type of curriculum that they're offering or the way that they're teaching courses. Serving the surrounding community is probably a big commonality for many of our tribal colleges and universities. In terms of how some are setting themselves apart, I think that it really just depends on the path that they're taking in terms of what they're offering. Like I said, most of TCUs are two-year institutions, but we do have some who are now offering four-year degrees. So they're offering the baccalaureate degree. And so we've seen some set themselves apart that way, and those few that are starting to venture into offering a master's degree. And so we see that the curriculum, sometimes while there's still a tribal focus, the curriculum may be a little bit different from tribal college to tribal college, depending on the needs of the community. Let's say if I'm at a tribal college in the Northwest, one of the concerns of the community, say I'm at Northwest Indian College, one of the concerns of that surrounding community and area might be more focused on natural resources, water, fishing, maybe timber, those kind of things. And so the type of degrees or the type of programs and courses that my tribal college in that area might be offering might differ and probably will differ greatly than, say, a TCU in the Southwest, where the concerns might be a little bit different. And so maybe the programs that I'm offering in the Northwest at a tribal college would focus more on some of the needs of that surrounding area, or if I'm in another area, then some of the programs might be different based on what the economic needs are of the community. So if I'm a TCU chartered by a tribe that has a large gaming facility or economic development ventures in gaming or hospitality, that TCU might be offering programs that are geared, or some programs that are geared towards the hospitality business, or certification in some types of gaming operations. And so you can see that a lot of the TCUs may be able to tailor some of the programs and certificates or degrees more towards what the needs are of their communities, and that's how they might set themselves apart a little bit. We see that some tribal colleges are doing really great work with their students and might be offering different programs. They might be going after federal grants, that they're really exploring sustainability or economic development type of research or work, and those kind of opportunities.
And culturally, some of the cultural components, of course, will be different from institution to institution as well, right? Because what's happening culturally at Pawnee College is going to be different from what's being discussed as far as the cultural components are concerned at a Navajo institution.
In fact, if I'm at Dene College, then the teachings are going to be very much from a Dene perspective, which is not the same as, say, a Comanche perspective. So when I'm at Comanche Nation College, it's coming from a Comanche perspective, and those are very different. And so yes, across the different TCUs, you're going to see a lot of variation in terms of how that's culturally taught because all of our tribes have, while there's some similarities across Native people and tribes, for the most part, our tribes and our tribal cultures and languages are vastly different.